Hello and welcome to the Gaming Bible Game of the Year Awards, where we count down our top 10 games of 2023, revealing our choice of this year's Game of the Year, with the winner receiving this limited edition, one-of-a-kind, cardboard Gaming Bible trophy.
Ooh. We're your hosts, I'm Tom Ryan Smith.
And I'm Will McHugh.
2023 has been a wild year. It has quite possibly been the greatest year for video games of all time, with a stacked and steady stream of genre-defying bangers and unforgettable experiences.
From taking down a goblin encampment while fully nude with poo on our face in Boulders Gate 3 to one of the greatest musical set pieces in all of gaming with Alan Wake 2, it's been a great year for gamers.
We flew over Hogwarts, suffered Ogdor Bogdor's wrath and committed war crimes against the Koroks.
With all these iconic moments, we can't forget to celebrate all the amazing
As we dive into the best games of 2023 as voted by the Gaming Bible team, please remember the people that made these worlds for you, and remember they deserve better.
Number 10, Dredge from Black Salt Games. Dredge is a deliciously dark adventure through the waves of a Lovecraftian world where what lurks below the surface of the ocean would be better left unseen. However, as a lonesome fisherman, you're travelling the seas, pulling creatures up from the depths, upgrading your fishing gear, and checking in on residents as a pallid darkness pervades the world around you. All this while avoiding the many tentacled and dangerous monsters lurking. The population is balancing between terrified and intrigued, and it's up to you to discover the secrets while trying to stay sane.
Number 9, Starfield from Bethesda Softworks. Starfield's release was marred by a lot of noise, but if you choose to press mute, there is an intoxicatingly delicious galaxy to explore. Bethesda has crafted a game on a scale unlike anything we've seen up until this point. Stray away from the main missions and you'll find what feels like an endless plethora of other adventures to embark on. The simple act of entering a certain star system or stumbling across like a random NPC can kickstart a hidden gem of a quest. While Starfield of course has its limitations, it succeeds in crafting the appearance of endless possibility, making for a world that I take so much joy from exploring. If you step off the beaten track, Starfield will reveal its true heart and identity. I would not underestimate its longevity.
Number 8, Super Mario Bros. Wonder from Nintendo. What can we say about Super Mario Bros. Wonder? It's arguably the most joyous game of 2023. Handcrafted to put a smile on your face from start to finish, everything about it just exudes happiness, and it's clear Nintendo had a field day brainstorming new and creative ideas for its many unique levels. Not only that, it also revitalized the Super Mario Bros. Formula without straying away from what the series does best, and even introduced some new playable characters to the mix, like Daisy and Yoshi. All in all, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is Nintendo at its best. Good old-fashioned fun and personality. So it's no wonder it's a top pick for Game of the Year.
Number 7, Star Wars Jedi Survivor from Respawn Entertainment. Jedi Survivor is one of my favourite pieces of Star Wars media. It's an exceptional sequel that improves on every gripe that fans had with Fallen Order, while adding in countless fantastic new features. There are cinematic action sequences that would rival Uncharted, and a wonderfully crafted open zone planet with loads of areas to explore and secrets to discover. Also, it introduces us to Turgle. Everybody loves Turgle.
I love Turgle.
You do love Turgle. A bit too much.
Number 6, Alan Wake 2 from Remedy Entertainment. If Remedy Entertainment fans thought the wait for the first Alan Wake game took ages, try waiting 13 years for the sequel. It would have been easy for this game to get it completely wrong, yet Alan Wake 2 was not only better than its predecessor in almost every way, but it's also one of my favourite games in years. Oh, and it features, hands down, the best musical level ever.
It's true. Number 5, Resident Evil 4 from Capcom. Some would argue remakes shouldn't really be nominated for Game of the Year, but I disagree. Sure, if it's a step-by-step recreation, then that will be a fair point. However, the Resident Evil 4 remake takes the formula of the 2005 original and cranks up the horror tenfold. This remake not only looks better and plays better, but it adds loads of new areas to explore, introduces gameplay mechanics and more, making it a perfect game for new and returning fans alike.
Number 4, Sea of Stars from Sabotage Studio.
Banger.
Sea of Stars was always going to be a fantastic game. The team behind The Messenger creating a love letter to classic SNES-era RPGs, how could it fail? But where Sea of Stars could have easily coasted on nostalgia, it soared to new heights. This is a game that pulls from the past, but is unafraid to embrace the future, with smart new ideas and modern touches that helps make Sea of Stars one of the greatest RPGs we've played in years.
Number 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac Games. Marvel Spider-Man 2 somehow managed to exceed my very high expectations. It's a riveting, immersive adventure that the MCU could only ever dream of, catapulting you through the streets of New York and into never-ending high-stakes action. Insomniac Games excelled in creating a game that, for all of us, might just be the closest we'll ever get to feeling like a superhero, covering both the trials and tribulations that entails. Traversal does not get any better than this, and the narrative is perfectly paced. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is packed to the brim with plot twists and revelations, but it does that very rare thing of having those all just feel justified and worthwhile. The story doesn't throw a curveball for the sake of it, it's a thrilling ride that takes familiar characters and tropes to exciting new places. It truly had me entangled in its enthralling web.
Number 2, Boulders Gate 3 from Larian Studios.
Never heard of it.
Few games hold the power of Boulders Gate 3, packed with immersive beauty, curious mysticism, and a whole host of characters that'll make you swoon and/or wince. It's the full package. No RPG fan could ask for more. It's unsurprising then that Boulders Gate 3 is in the running to be crowned Game of the Year. For me, it most definitely is, without a shadow of a doubt. You can sink hours of gameplay into Act 1 alone, with the thirst for exploration continuously fed throughout the remaining acts. Each time you think you've uncovered every secret, another one surprises you, only further adding to the replayability of this open world feast. I implore every gamer out there, RPG fan or not, to play this game. I'll be amazed if it disappoints you.
Ooh.
And you can have sex with pretty much every character.
You can, and you can put poo on your face. Before we reveal our Game of the Year, here are our honourable mentions.
Skull Island: Rise of Kong, for providing cutscenes more impressive than any movie. You can decide on the reasons.
Lord of the Rings: Gollum, for creating the world that Tolkien always imagined. We mean these.
The Day Before, for living up to the impossible hype and proving all the haters wrong for actually being a real game. For like 3 days before it was taken down and the studio shutting.
Good job, guys.
And the winner of Game of the Year 2023 is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Fantastic, amazing job. And here's Miyamoto to accept it. There you go.
The fact that the sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild wasn't a dead cert for our Game of the Year 2023 speaks volumes about the quality of games we've had this year. But at the end of the day, we couldn't give the top spot to anything else.
The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is a staggering technical accomplishment. At every turn it dares you to screw around with its myriad of intricate systems in an attempt to break it. You never will. Its scope and ambition is unrivaled on Nintendo Switch, and its vast world is filled with surprises, stories, mysteries, and danger. Tears of the Kingdom isn't just the best game of 2023, it's one of the finest video games ever made.
And of course, we have to bring up the fact that in spite of record profits and rave reviews, publishers have chewed up and spat out the brilliant, talented, creative people that make and market the games that have left such an impact on us across the world. It's not right, and it feels wrong to host a celebration of the year's best games without acknowledging this simple fact. If the people at the top continue this way to feed their bottom line, we may never have another year of releases like this ever again.
Well, that's a wrap on the GAMINGbible 2023 Game of the Year award.
We want to give a huge shout out to the GAMINGbible editorial team for writing the original on-site feature for this show.
Ewan Moore, Kate Harold, Richard Lee Breslin, Emma Flint, Sam Corley, and Dan Lipscomb. A fantastic job, team. Bye everyone, we'll see you in 2024.
Congratulations to all the winning developers and publishers.